You're not a true fan if you've only started getting into Formula One from watching Drive to Survive. This is what people have been commenting on our videos about me. Firstly, it's not true, but what do we think?
It's an interesting topic. I know you've had a lot of comments on this. I don't know really what makes a true fan, to be honest.
Yeah.
What do you have to be to a true fan? I'd say, like, if you look at it in football, you probably have to go to a couple of games, but it's very different with motorsport because it's so expensive.
Yeah, well, it's been really interesting. Like, some of the comments are so crazy. Like, some of them are like, you have to have watched one race and you come back for a second, you're a fan. Balanced, fair. Other ones are like, I've literally got essays being like, you need to understand the history of the sport. You need to have been watching since Senna had his crash, or you need to have understood how the monocoque got designed and all of this stuff. Like, literally essays about like the history, and you must know the history, or you need to care more about the cars and the engineering. Care more about that than what? They didn't reply to me when I replied that, but can I just say?
I don't think it's about a specific point. I just think that probably for me, you need to be watching most of the races.
Yeah.
Would you say? Know most of the drivers?
Yeah.
Or if not all of the drivers? I mean, it's a very difficult thing to go through, is it, like, to say? I don't know. I suppose the only thing I'd say about the Drive to Survive era, the only way I can kind of put it, is it a bit like being a Man City fan, right? And you supported Man City all your life through League One, League Two.
Yeah.
And then Man City get really big.
Yeah.
And then people who have just seen it joins and supports Man City.
Yeah, but I feel like...
But they're still fans.
Do you remember being in
They're
like primary
fans.
school though, and you have to pick a team, and you usually pick the team that is like winning because you're 5 years old? Like, I don't know. I just think, I don't know. It just feels very gatekeepy. And I think a lot of that like commentary is so like, I've had so many comments about this, and it was like, if you come to Formula One through Drive to Survive, it's because you just fancy the drivers and you only care about them or their girlfriends and stuff. And I just think that it's such a lazy, sexist narrative.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's, would you like it if no one else liked it? So you and I think this is a great example. You and I, we've been friends for probably a decade, probably longer.
All
And
friends.
for a lot of our friendship, we didn't realize each other were into F1. And it's because I'd no real friends around me who liked F1 as well. So I didn't talk about it to anybody, and you probably had the same thing. And we were friends but didn't know that we both liked F1, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so I think if Drive to Survive ended and people got bored of F1 again and its popularity plummeted again, but the racing was still the same, would you keep watching it? And like, I would, you would, I'm sure we all would. And we all watched it when it wasn't incredibly popular, but now there's a lot of people who just kind of want to be seen to be an F1 fan because now it's fashionable.
I just don't think that's
that?
true. No, I don't think that you watch a Netflix show and then go, okay, I'm going to spend every weekend watching 3+ hours of motorsport.
I think it has created new fans. I'm not saying everyone's like that. I think a lot of people will have discovered F1 through Drive to Survive and then are now true fans because they would like it if it became unpopular.
But the narrative is that if you discovered it through Drive to Survive, you are not a real fan. There's this real gatekeeping
that's a wrong narrative.
of like how you came to the sport. And I just think it's bullshit, to be honest. Like, why does it matter how you came to the sport? If you like the sport, you like the sport. And also, like, why would you need to know necessarily all of the history? Yes, if you keep watching it, you're going to learn just naturally. But like, why is it your fault if you weren't born in the 70s? Like, it just feels very gatekeepy. And I think the underlying tones of that is just sexism.
Or even had exposure to the sport, not necessarily the born in the 70s thing. If no one in your family and none of your friends or whatever are into it, then you're not going to...
Yeah, how
you're
would you
unlikely
find
to stumble across it.
Especially when it's behind a paywall. Like, the reason I stopped watching Formula One when I was younger was because it went off of free to air and my family couldn't afford to pay for it. So we stopped watching it.
I think a lot of the frustrations come because a lot of people can't get as many tickets now. And I think there's a bit of a lash out at they've started watching Drive to Survive, they're taking all the tickets. And I think that's where a lot of that lash out comes from. I actually think Drive to Survive is pretty crap now as well. So it would be interesting to see what actually happens because each season it's getting less and less popular, I'd say.
Well, I think you've seen a lot of people as well, people that started off as Drive to Survive fans and then have become actual Formula One fans, now don't like Drive to Survive because they are keeping up with the drama, the real drama of Formula One as it happens.
Maybe, yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's losing its cultural relevance, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I just think generally it's a lot more accessible. Like, these are in all supermarkets.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have seen that 10 years ago.
No.
So I think like going back to it, Drive to Survive is a good thing for the sport. Whether it makes you a true fan, like what does that look like? Is a true fan going to all races?
No, I don't think
It's
so.
not. Like, is it watching a little bit? Is it watching a lot? Is it watching free practice one? I think it's kind of, you define if you like it. And I don't know if a label should be put on it, really.
I don't think so either. Like, this is the conversation I was having in all of these comments. It was like when people were like saying things like, you need to, it was very much around having a certain amount of knowledge. And I was like, can someone please give me the Formula One fan test so that I can then, you know, take it and prove that I'm a real fan? You know, I want to get my Formula One fan certificate. You know, what is the cutoff? Like, someone said it was like you have to be watching it for 3 years, and I just feel like that's a very excessive time. Surely it's I don't know, like 3 races. I don't know.
I've actually got the cutoff.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hit me.
The cutoff is you can't wear 2 bits of team merch at the same time from different teams.
I'd say that's fair enough.
I can't be wearing a Williams hat and a Ferrari t-shirt.
Oh,
and
but
then,
what about all the fans in Japan? There's quite a lot of mixed mishmashy kit there.
Come on,
But you
guys.
can own both.
You can own both, but you can't wear them at the same time.
So you can like both. Because, for example, I don't really support any team. Because I don't know, I just don't. There are some that I like more than others, but I wouldn't say I support a team.
Yeah.
And so I've got some McLaren merch, I've got some Williams merch. You know, but I can't wear them together. That's the key point in your opinion.
And the other one is if you're missing a race, you can't wear merch where the race is on. I've missed a race before and I couldn't get there. And there's like people walking around in all Formula One merch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you can't do that. That's my gatekeeping.
Get the Formula One police out.
They're just knocking about in Primark in a McLaren shirt during the race.
Yeah, like, don't. Like, if you have to go out, like, don't. I don't know. I find it a bit weird on that. It's like down, like in town, if someone's wearing a Bulmer shirt and they're playing, it's like, well, do you see that? And then wearing double merch, like I was saying, a Williams hat, a McLaren t-shirt, and then like Ferrari pants. Do you know what I mean?
That's a hell of an outfit. Blue, orange, red.
Isn't it? There's crimes there in its own outside of being a true fan.
Yeah, that's a fashion crime, not a F1 crime.
I think Charles Leclerc skids out of control enough.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's my gatekeeping. I just don't like double merch. I don't mind the single, but also it's a bit like football. You get like a full kit wanker as well, don't you? You don't want to be wearing head to toe dripped in orange, do you?
Yeah, you get
otherwise you look like some sort of crossing warden.
You get a lot of full kit wanks in F1.
Like a lollipop lady.
Like a lollipop lady. And also that merch is shocking. I don't know why I've just doubled down on merch. We're talking about true fans.
To be fair, like the merch that is around is absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Like, it's so ugly. But that's another thing.
F1 hasn't quite got it right, has it? Because it's just covered in sponsors.
No, exactly. All the girlies are making like girly F1 merch, which is actually cute and nice. Obviously, it's not like... you know, what's the word? Like allowed, legit. But they're making their own merch.
Official.
They're like upcycling, official, that's the word. But they're like upcycling ugly merch and like turning them into like cute dresses or doing like themed merch and stuff. So like the girls are fulfilling the need, and really just the Formula One teams need to hire some of these girls that already have.
Are they true fans, Kez?
Yes, they're true fans.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, to be fair, if you're going that far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ripping off the brand though.
Who cares? Who cares?
They got enough money.
I'm here for the girls that are painting, like doing Formula One paintings and making money off of that, or making. There's this girl that does amazing beaded dresses, like hand beaded full dresses. So can you imagine tiny little beads, and you're like,
What, as F1 stuff?
yes.
What, like Formula One faces on it?
So she's got a McLaren one, which is bright orange beads, and it's got like, you know, Ford and Norris and like the cars on them and stuff. She's just done one for, I think it was either for Miami or Japan, which is all like pink and blue, and it's got the cars and stuff on it. It's insane.
Ages.
Yeah, it takes forever, but it's amazing. It's beautiful, and she now does custom t-shirts and things like that. So like, yeah.
Right. True fan.
True fan. You're not spending 100 hours beating a dress if you're not a true fan, even if she found it through Drive to Survive. I don't know if she did, but what do you think? Are you a true Formula One fan if you found the sport through Drive to Survive? I think you can be. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.